back to Orange Theory Attleboro. On the last video, we worked on the arms and core pause drill. Coach did an excellent job with that, and we did squat to upright row, perfect rhythm with the rowing stroke, with the power, patience, patience. So now we're going to do a little bit more rowing, exactly 20 strokes per minute. It's kind of a warm up, the first minute on the rower or transition time. I want to be able to have people know that 20 strokes per minute. I'll demonstrate a little bit here. Is precisely 2 seconds forward, 1 second back, patience, patience. You got to be exactly 20 strokes per minute. So you can literally, without a metronome, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we try to get all together and see if we can lock that in. Well, we'll start at the pause, which we learned so well here, the arms and core forward. This really helps get everybody nice and slow forward on that first stroke. Now perfectly we can go 20. Ready and row. 1 second back, 2 seconds forward. Back, 2 forward. All together. Patience, patience. Okay, I'm trying to bring it up just a little bit. Quicker with the hands, just a touch forward. It's 18. Power, patience, patience. Power, patience, patience. Finding that rhythm, low 20s. The harder you go on the drive, and the more recovery you get. So keep that 20. All right, let's take one more and pause. So if that's your warm-up, I think we went excited, we went a little harder. And that's the hardest thing I think for rowers in here, to start off and you get the excitement, to take a minute to just think about the form. So now we're going to go through just 30 seconds at base. We'll start at 20 and then I'll call base pace. Once you turn my mic on here. I'll take it to base and we'll go 22 to 24 on the base. I'll take it to push pace. We'll go about 26, 28 strokes per minute, and then we'll do a 30-second all out. And that'll be about 30 to 34 strokes per minute. It's only a minute and a half, 30-second all out. But I want to get into feeling how it changes. A lot of times people just get on there and they go all out, and they go 30, 35 strokes per minute for about 200 meters, and they gradually slow down for the rest of the long row. But coaching rating, the shorter the row, the higher the rating can be. If it's a 100-meter row, we let people race as long as they're rowing well over 30 strokes per minute. But if we're doing a 500 or 1,000-meter row, it's going to be 30 strokes or under. Or there are days when we have the relays and they're rowing for 5-6 minutes at a time. Mid-20s is the most efficient. All right, let's start here. A few strokes around 20, and then I'll call it up to base pace, and then push, and then we'll go all out for 30. I'll reset this here. All right, ready, and row. Nice light rowing, about 20 strokes per minute. See if we get that 20. We'll go another 15 strokes or so. Patience, patience forward, so you can find that 20. Even take the power off just a touch. Patience. All right. We're going to go to base pace on this one. Heart rate will come up a little bit. So you can keep that 22. Now as we shift to about 26, we'll take it to a push pace. Let's do it on this one. Push pace, moving a little faster. The hands come in faster, so then they can go away faster. And now we have stroke rating to use. We can really bring it up for 10 strokes all out in 2. That's 1, 2, wait for the drive, and go. 30 strokes per minute. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And light rowing. Now here's a challenge. Anytime that we see people finish a row, just put the handle down. And I do the same thing. But we walk it out on the treadmill. So it's the equivalent of like walking it out here. Roll light for a few strokes. Catch your breath. And get to, see if we can get to that 20. That's all needed, that angle pause we worked on. Ready and slow. Take a stroke. Pause. We're going to pause every stroke here. Ready and slow. And slow. It helps with the recovery. Let yourself breathe here. Body's not collapsing down. And go. And those muscles are going to be able to go again because you kept them moving. Ready and slow. I love to see people, take a few seconds off and do just a couple pauses before they start running into the next interval. So that was awesome. All right, the next thing, you guys can put your handles down for a little bit, stretch it out. You definitely see those rowers. They come in their first day. Like, this is easy. There's no resistance there. Right? I don't feel it in my legs. I can feel it in the arms and body, but I don't feel it in my legs. You guys have seen that before? A very large percentage of people feel that. And if you ever work on those other rowing machines that have a resistance, you always see it up out of 10, because it makes the air moving slower. These don't have a resistance, so that makes us have to row well. Like the faster that wheel's moving, the faster your boat's going. So, first I tell people, you can tell them to use the legs first. Don't push quite so fast with the legs. Maybe that will fix it, but I think they go slower, and they're still not connecting. So, when I say connecting, I'm talking about connecting the handle to the seat. If the seat moves back 1 inch, handle needs to move 1 inch. When people don't feel the resistance, the seat goes, the power isn't connected up to the handle. But tightening the core, providing that connection. If you say that, sometimes they get it, and they're still not knowing how to connect, the butt goes back, they keep slouching down. So we can isolate the first half of the leg drive, just press the legs down halfway. And then you can really think about how my handle is moving the exact same amount as the seat. It's a little tight in the shoulders, but it's a good drill for keeping it down and back in the shoulder joint. Got to tell them to feel it in the lat. It's got to naturally go like this. Keep it down. What I'll do is take 3 strokes, just pressing the legs halfway, and then a full stroke. And then really slow forward. Then we'll take 3 strokes, just half the leg drive, and then a full stroke. So let's try that all together. Half legs. So one cue I use is tighten your core, like someone's going to punch you in the stomach. Up tall, shoulders back and down in their sockets. Let's push the legs back halfway. Go ahead. Let's do it again. A few of those, try to like half the way. Now let's see if we can even go less than that. Let's just go like the first 3 inches. Very good. Now take a full stroke here. Connect it all together. Do a couple full strokes now. Just a couple full strokes and legs and swimming. Good. Keep going forward. Good stuff. So if you see them doing this well, and then they go into the full stroke, and they're not getting the rest of the legs, you just need to spend more time on it, you can go with full legs. Arms and core and forward. This can be harder on people's backs. If there are any back issues, I wouldn't have them do this because you start to get so much acceleration. So we're just going to keep our legs forward. We're just going to do legs. The body is still forward. Great drill for people actually that are using the back first as well. We're just going to do legs, the full legs. Notice my shoulders are still forward of my hips the whole time. I'm in that pause position. So try a full leg stroke. Still lots of patience for it. Good. And then the next thing we can do is we'll keep the legs working first, and we won't bend the arms. We'll do legs and core. Legs and core. These are for the people that bend their arms early. No matter how much you say it, they're still doing this. But if you keep them straight for a few. And then my favorite thing about this drill is when we finally go to a full stroke, it just feels so smooth. It all comes in together. And I just want to do a power 10 after I do that drill. Just all of a sudden, okay, this is rolling. It feels smooth and long. All right, so if that still doesn't work, if you're people that they're doing it, the seat's still going too fast, or they're tentative, they're not getting much power on it, they're sagging down. What I've done in the past is hold the handle, give them a little bit of resistance. I'll do that with Daniel as you go here. So I'm gonna hold this handle, don't rip it out of my hands, just press with your legs a little bit, and it forces the connection. But with someone really strong, can only provide so much resistance. So I set up a strap on the rower over here. I don't use this in class at all yet, but it's for training coaches and I have a prototype. You get strapped in, and this strap is the equivalent of my arms, providing resistance. Press with the seat, and you feel that you could lift your butt up off the seat as you push with the legs. Getting that power from the seat, the legs out into that handle. So I'm gonna have Sean tried it the other day. Actually, have Cindy give it a try. Come on over here. Get strapped in. And just being able to feel what muscles are engaging, and definitely want to work with coaches and hear more cues for what do we say to get that connection of the handle and seat moving together. What do you feel in your body right here? So, yeah, got that right here. Good. Just press that seat back a little bit. See what happens if you go like just too fast, and the seat can easily go back without the handle moving, but it can connect it out there. Where do you feel it the most?
Core.
Like you feel the core,
And
lower
also
back.
in my glutes even.
The glutes, yeah, you mentioned feeling it in the glutes a little more. It isolates
And
just
the
that
traps.
moment, right when you start to push. So often it ends up pushing so quickly that you don't feel that glute
I feel it in the core too.
engagement. Yeah,
Actually. Mhm.
cool. Danielle, want to give it a try? So I love to have a system like this all set up that you can do once in a while. Because you can put your hand in, give people a little bit of resistance, but I don't want people to put their arms out of their socket. Push a little bit and sit up nice and tall. You can come all the way forward. And they can work on that connection, come all the way up. And nice to have it adjust. You can come forward a little more. There you go. There, go ahead and press there. Push it a little slower so you can lift your butt up off the seat a little bit. I'll hold it. There you go. Just like water skiing. And that I'd love to have people be able to do that. In the boat, we put the oar in the water and people stand up in the boat. I can't hold people with just my arm, but trust these straps. Let's do that again. The camera, press with the legs. Butt lifts off the seat. When you're able to take all of your body weight and put it into moving this fan just jumps in speed. And you drive with the legs, and then you just keep that body weight swinging. And see, my eyes light up. Running becomes a lot more fun. All right. So those are some of the strategies for people that don't feel it in their legs. All right. Number one, biggest thing is people moving too fast forward. Once you get them connected, once you're using their legs, we now have a tool where we can get the arms and core forward. But then we get just people rushing forward so often. And we've done this as a drill on the templates before, the 10-stroke challenge. But still, it's hard. People just think, oh, go really hard for 10 strokes, see how far it goes. To go really slow, and see, you can even go 20 or more strokes, meters per stroke. 15, 16, that was my first one. About 20 meters, so in 10 strokes, I'd go about 200. So the rule of this, when you take 10 strokes, the handle always has to be moving. There's no stopping and just waiting. Always moving, very as slow as you want forward. Over back. An extra breath, inhale. See how far we can go in 10 strokes. I'll cap you on a minute. We don't want to bore the YouTube people. 1 minute. I'll reset it reset your screens too. I'm gonna come around and watch here and see who can go the farthest in 10 strokes. You don't have to go together.
Moving the whole time, right?
Yeah, handle has to be moving the whole time. All right, let's pick up that handle. Ready, and row. Drive the legs. Patience forward. No stopping, no stopping. You gotta be moving. That number in the top left, if you go 10 strokes per minute, you'll use that whole minute. We got a 16. How many strokes? Call out how many strokes you're on right here. 5. What number is that, Danielle? 6.
5 minutes.
He's gonna get 200. How many more you got, Sean?
Last one right
Let it
there.
run. Oh, we got over 200. We got one over 150, 15 meters per stroke. Nice, 170 meters per stroke. Excellent. So that will be on the templates. It's been on several times in the past. What I'd recommend for that is actually sit down and show them like 3, 4 strokes at that low rating of 13, 12 strokes per minute.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun to see. So we've done a few different drills today. I want to come back at the very end and do just a little bit more of the arms and core pause, because I want that to be like the first and last, the things you remember from this. We'll take a little bit of time talking about other takeaways and do some questions at the end. So you can get strapped back in. And we'll even show you every other stroke pause. All right, and take. We'll start from the pause, arms and core forward. And I really find that if I say the word slow, people move slow, go, they just go. So I'm gonna keep it with slow for the command. I'm gonna do pausing every stroke and slow. Stroke, arms and core forward. Slow. 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 Okay, that's locked in. Let's have someone else call the slows. Sean, you want to call it?
All right.
Yep.
Slow. Slow. Slow.
Good stuff.
Slow.
Even slower, even slower. Let's have Cindy call them.
Slow. Slow. Slow.
All right, go Danielle on this one.
Slow. Slow.
There we go.
Slow.
Even slower, even slower. I'll take over here on this one. And slow. And slow. This will be the last one. Ready and slow. Continuous now. Last few strokes. Let's get all together. Actually, I'm going to go over there with you guys for one final showing for the video, all rowing together. And we'll post this a little bit on our community page. We'll do a few more pauses and then we'll go continuous. So make sure you smile. Put on your best Facebook face. All right, start with the arms and core forward. We'll pause every stroke for a few and then we'll finish it out with 10 hard strokes, but still keeping that stroke rating nice and low. Ready and slow. Pause again. Slow. Gather, relax, slow. 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 This will be the last pause, but we're going to keep it slow after the slow. Can't say that word. Okay, stay together. We got 20 strokes per minute with big smiles. Our back, nice bass pace. All right, 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Nicely done. All right, I'm gonna have you pair up. I'll go with Cindy. Danielle and Sean can talk just for a moment. Talk about like what a takeaway that you got from today that you'll use in your classes. Each of you give one takeaway to each other, and then one question you still have, one thing that you see that we didn't talk about, or an idea you have about some cue that you do, just for a little bit of a discussion. I'll turn my microphone off. All right, so, yeah, what did you,
I like the handle of the seat moving at the same
Yeah.
speed. That's a big thing. I also like raising the seat.
Yeah, being able to do
Got
that.
bigger midsection.
And
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
also the
would help
pad.
you. That's kind of nice.
Do the tightening string.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually use it,
yeah,
because I feel like it just gets me tired, I can get more out of my
Yeah.
floor.
yeah, we want people to be
Exercise you have
Comfortable.
to do over there.
Yeah.
Sure.
It really
Yeah, and I'm
needs
always
to come
thinking about
together
Like the
with
the new
that
that
things in
count
there
for
too.
that
And I'm
squat to row.
Yeah,
thinking
and
about
slow.
the arms and core
Maybe
pause,
using that in class
and if we're
sometimes.
ready to do it
In the
after
lot,
so,
in the warm
you
up.
know, take a
I
stroke
like the idea of
on
that
this one
tension, whatever it is, that
I'm gonna do it
tension
on this
challenge,
one.
right? Because it's kind of like what
I'd
you were
love
saying.
to-
Some people just,
to get that.
how fast can I do this?
Yeah,
That
even
stress, you
with
know?
the slow, so just hold yourself back, don't forward.
One of the things I would like to see is like, we have, specific,
Is your questions too?
specific,
I think,
Oh, just with each other and then we'll finish it, yeah.
specific would be like, having specific cues to get them to slow down
Yeah.
or to make it click in their heads, you know, like, that we say all the time, over and over and over and over, so that they, you know, they can
That's what I
they
like
can resonate with us.
about the pause,
Yeah,
power,
should be
Yeah.
for like a half
patience here,
position or-
everyone, the next patience, we go forward.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
So actually a drill that just taking that drill and doing power, patience, after the first patience, everybody stop, and then use the word patience as a cue. So it's doing exactly the 3 by 3, just getting here, patience. Take the stroke, power, patience, patience. That won't make you guys row anymore, but, and Cindy was saying she really liked the butt pad. Up, getting comfortable, taking the strain off the hamstrings and the hips. Good stuff, and we can share.
I really like the analogy of moving the handle at the same speed as the seat.
Yeah.
That's a really good takeaway.
Yeah.
I felt like pacing your row.
Yeah,
Because no matter what your stroke count is at that point, your handle's always moving at that same speed, so. No
And-
matter what type of row you're doing, whether it's like a distance row or a sprint,
Mhm.
you're still moving that handle. So it's a
It
good
works-
takeaway no matter
It
what.
works the same as coming forward. To the people that reach a little too much,
Yeah.
then their handle's moving without the seat. Or they're coming here and their seat moves extra,
Yeah.
and they roll back on their tailbone. So everything from the pause forward, handle and seat move together here, handle and seat move together back. Everything in here, handle and seat. Anything else? Any questions?
thank you very much.
All right,
I
you're
think
welcome.
we learned a lot and we have a lot to bring back to our members too.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Brave in the cold weather.
Thanks for staff.
Thank you.
Wait for the camera.